Jeep, it's back. Look at it, it's back. Our American friends have returned to Ireland with the Compass. This is the PHEV one. It's taken a long time for this to come out because there's been lots of jigs and reels. Stellantis bought the Fiat group, which included Jeep. And then in this country, Gowan overtook the whole group, which now has Citroen, Honda, Peugeot, Opel, Jeep, and some other stuff. All in the one group now called Gowan here, but Stellantis overall. And Jeep is among them, so we got Jeep back again. And this one's actually really cool looking. Isn't it really cool looking? Let's find out all about the Jeep Compass. So this is the new family face of the Jeep Compass, which I think looks a bit like a Grand Cherokee. I think is really good. It's covered in the dead bodies of insects all over the place because I drove it to Pixies in Galway from Portlaoise. And also yesterday I drove it to Longford for Old School, New School car show. So it's got absolutely all of the bugs of all of the world attached to the front of it now. But it's really, really cool looking all the same. Let's have a look on the inside before we actually go for a spin and just see what the rest of it's like. One thing I will say, because I'm going to cover the back seat first, is the width of the door opening is huge. It actually opens nearly at a right angle to the car, which I quite like, especially when you got kids or prams or anything. Seating position is actually okay. I have enough room here for you'd get 3 adults into it. Now, I'm 6'1", so get 2 of me in here easy enough. There's USB-C and USB-A in the back. You can turn on and off the air conditioning, but you can't control the temperature or anything, and there's a 12-volt socket, and that's kind of your lot. That's actually all you really need when you think about it. This drops down for 2 cup holders, but it actually makes a complete hole straight through into the boot. So it's a load through as well as a cup holder armrest thing. It's a bit noisy with this open, by the way. The boot cavity makes a lot of noise back there when you're driving along the road, but other than that, it's actually quite comfortable back here. Headroom is good, it's all okay. There's a huge thud off the door. That's like Audi level thud. The quality of the Jeep has risen quite a lot back here. You can also turn off the windows and activate the child locks from the front seat on the driver's side. That's in a lot of cars. I'm not saying it's remarkable in this car, but it's just a natty little feature for parents to have. Worth to mention here is the petrol fuel filler cap is on this side of the car and is activated remotely from inside, and it's a bit of a pain to open. And the one on that side is the electric charge points, which suits me down to the ground. These come in 2 models. There is an electric tailgate one, which I have, which takes ages to open. It's open now. And then there's the one that just has manual lift. Unless you've some mad reason to have electric tailgate, I wouldn't bother, but it is actually kind of cool when you walk out your car and press buttons and it all opens for you. But one drawback of that is they've put the closer button inside the boot, in there, rather than here. So I spent my time pressing on stuff, looking for things, but it's actually down here. 12-volt socket in the boot. Unremarkable after that. There's no shopping bag hooks. There is some space underneath here for more bits and pieces you want because there's no spare wheel in it. You will need to put cables in there as well if you're going to charge on the street, if you're not going to tether at home. But we'll get into the charge a bit. I nearly did it again. Look, same again. Again, charge a bit after. Watch this. All those beeps and bongs, there is lots of beeps and bongs in this car. It does a lot of that. It's an American thing. They all seem to do it. Let's go for a little spin in the car and see what it's actually like and get fuel economy figures and all that sort of stuff. Oh my God, it's so hot. So hot today. Come on, air conditioning. Come on, baby, light my fire. So we're off. It's PHEV. I'm low on electricity, but I'm also low on fuel now as well, because I wanted to draw your attention to fuel low comes on when you have over 100 kilometers of range left, okay? And it's kind of annoying that this massive orange light comes up on the dashboard and then you're stuck there. Every time you start the car from now on, it's going to say it's low on fuel. When in actual fact, you've got 100 kilometers range. It's not really that low. I know 100 kilometers in America is probably very low, but over here, 100 kilometers, it'll be grand. That's the Irish answer to most things anyway. It'll be grand. So seating position in the car is actually pretty good. There's rake and reach on the steering wheel. I've found places to sit that makes it very comfortable to drive. Other people have complained who are shorter than me, so maybe the height thing is a problem, but I found a nice comfortable position to sit in. It being a compass, it does have a compass on the dashboard. It has many things on the dashboard. There's so much information on the dashboard. It's a little bit overwhelming when you look at it first. There's numbers, there's lines going up and power and things going back and forward. Fuel economy wise, the car says it's doing 6.7 litres per 100 kilometres, which isn't brilliant for a petrol car. But it feels like it's doing a lot less. Like, I have driven this, I'm not sure that's true. I'm going to take that with a grain of salt on the petrol engine thing. I think it's doing worse than that, because it says you can do huge MPG in this car, but realistically, when it's out of electricity, nope, it's going to eat it, because it's a 1.3 litre petrol under the dashboard, under the bonnet there. So it's not going to be the most responsive engine in the world. Problems: steering, top dead centre's fairly numb. Nothing much happens when you turn that for the first, I don't know, quarter turn, and then suddenly it wakes up and it's like all over the place. It's very hard to predict what it's actually going to do. It's an electronic steering wheel, that's pretty much everything is these days, but it just feels like it's a little bit woolly in places. Not a deal breaker by any means, but it just feels a bit funny. Suspension's very good. Ride and NVH is okay. Motorway speeds, it is quite loud in here. I suspect that's to do with the tyres as much as it is to do with the car itself. But certainly it is quite loud in the cabin when you're driving along. You can hear that rumble that's there the whole time. Have to have the air conditioning on. It's not even 10 a.m. and it's already over 20 degrees here. It's 22, 23 degrees here. The biggest problem I would have is just the fuel economy thing. I think the fuel economy really does seem to suffer the minute there's no electricity. You got some modes, so you got hybrid, which is just like a normal hybrid. It just takes for energy wherever it can. You can go full electric if you have a full charge in the car if you want to, and that's pretty effective as well. Range, 40 kilometers, give or take 40 kilometers will get you there. A lot less if you're going to be stuck in traffic the whole time. I know it sounds like you're kind of weird, but the car has to pull itself up to speed the whole time, and I suspect that just the sheer weight of pushing along that 1.3 litre engine suffers in fuel economy terms. There's an Irish moment going to happen right now as I meet another car on a single traffic road. But of course, this being Ireland, we're all going to be nice. I'm going to pull in. She's going to zoom by. We're all going to wave and be nice and then drive on. We all wave at one another. It's like that in Ireland all the time. If you don't wave, you're in trouble. Must be a stranger who's not waving. Gee, man's getting, oh no, you pulled in a place. Brilliant. Deadly. Cheers, fella. We'll do the one finger salute to you. You're very kind. Thanks. He did the same back. One finger salute's very important in Ireland. I don't know you, but I'm going to say hello to you anyway. Is a one finger salute, yeah? I might know you, so I'm going to say hello to you. So my hand goes up, it doesn't leave the steering wheel. You're one of the gang. I know you very well. You could be a mate of mine. You do the scan into the front windows. The full hand open, the back of the hand is the scan. Back to the car, really the Jeep Compass is something different. And I'm going to say, at least it's not a Hyundai Tucson, because the Hyundai Tucson is the most popular car in Ireland sales-wise. It's got stock and people are buying it. It's the #1 car being sold in Ireland. So you're all buying small SUVs. And then when you go to a Tesco car park, Dunnes Stores car park, Super Value, anywhere like that, you're surrounded by them. They're everywhere. You're not a unique little flower when you're driving a Hyundai Tucson anymore. Neither are you in a Toyota or anything. So at least it's not them. At least it's something different on the road, something else, and that's what I'm after. This could be a bad car, and I'd still say, why don't you buy one? Because it's actually pretty good. There's no such thing as a bad car anymore. You know, it's just a good machine. It looks different, it looks nice, it seems friendly on the road, and I think it'd be the right kind of car for you to buy, but only if you're willing to take the chance on the Jeep brand, which now has secure footing in Ireland, because Gowan Group is a big group, profitable group, making money, not going to go anywhere, neither will Jeep. I really like this car. I think it's a good car, and I think it looks incredibly handsome. Anyway, I think that kind of wraps it up for me. Thank you very much for dropping in for this review. I hope you subscribe to the channel and keep it coming. I will put on some adult wear when the sun goes back down, because it's actually roasting here today. But thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'd love you to do that. And until the next time, I'll see you on the far side.